Hello, hello, hello. Some might not get that many viewers for the first little bit of this stream, as I know Unrestricted is... Oh, I don't know if that was an accident. Just... Yeah, I think Katie didn't realise she had first pick there. Right. So, yeah, as I was saying, Unrestricted is finishing the stream between Jeannie and Jesse. So I might have a couple of people in here, but I'll just make sure. I wanted to see the start of the draft for this series between Logan and KT, or known in game as Emperor or Empress. I'm not sure actually it is. Panthera Tigris. Logan, my friend. Oh, okay, never mind. We've got two different lobbies now. Hopefully we get them in. But yeah, Jeannie and Jesse are just finishing off their series. So we might see a few people come in a little bit later. Just trying to get both players in the same lobby. Okay, there we go. For this Best of Seren series between Logan and KT. And KT goes for Citadels first. And Mediterranean. I think Logan does quite like the hybrid maps, so I think I've seen him play inland as well as coastal in a few series. Sahara from KT. I've seen quite a few people picking Sahara. It's not one of my favourite maps. Ocean Ring as well. Ah, yes, I do have the memory of... Was it Logan that Unrestricted was playing against and did the Gold Mountain? Did the built the trading ships by accident against Logan, I think it was. And last map, Katie going with all the sort of desert maps. And yeah, continental, so Logan got quite a few water maps here, so a lot of the Civ drafts is going to be a little bit strange for who contests what. Obviously Minoan's going to be pretty high on the pecking order here. So it'll be interesting to see if someone does actually sorry, I was just reading like the Discord at the same time. I don't know if so I tried to post the I'll just do another one. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if Minoans actually does get picked as one of the first picks here. I think it would actually be really big brain for Logan to go Minnow. Because even if Katie goes like Shang, that still gives... Oh, Hittite first. I was going to say this gives him the chance to pick Lac Viat, but maybe he picks Minnow here still. Yamato. I feel like Katie should definitely go Minoans here. I think that's a little bit of a slip up by Logan to let Minoans through here. Hittite's not quite as strong in the water anymore in the early game as the +2 range. Oh my god, this is madness. Oh, Katie, you've really let yourself down here in the draft. Like, look at the number of water maps we have in the pool. And he picked Carthaginians third. Carthaginians are a very strong civ in DE, but in my opinion in RTR there's a lot of stronger civs than Carthaginians. Chosen as well, picked pretty early on. This draft is a little bit janky to me. Greeks does get picked. A lot of people still favouring Romans over the Phoenicians, which puzzles me personally. The Phoenicians' faster wood gathering bonus is just mathematically stronger than the Romans' cheaper building bonus. Plus obviously the wood bonus for Phoenicians is all wood. The wood bonus for Romans is only for buildings, not for units or, well, yeah, just units and journeys. I was going to say ships, but I guess they're technically units as well. And we do finally see Phoenicians from KT as well, Babylonians. I don't mind Babylonians on a couple of maps like Citadels and stuff. It can be fine. This is just an alright civ. I'm surprised Egyptians goes all the way to the end. Normally that's a bit more contested pick, but I guess these maps a little lower down the order. And Assyrians as well from Logan. A little bit curious there. So what did we miss out on? We didn't get Mace, didn't get picked. Persians, oh no, Persians did get picked. So Palmy, Samirans. I think those are the only three. But yeah, I feel like Minoan's being left to essentially the fifth pick was very strange considering this. Hittite Yamato. Hittites and Yamato can be quite strong just on land maps as well. So, but I feel like this Carthaginians pick should definitely have been Minot by KT. But he does get the Shang and Latvia, so he does have those two very strong civs on more maps, land map civs for those games. And like I said, I do like Phoenicians quite a bit, which he did get, but I would prefer to see it slightly up the order personally. And are they just making? Oh, no, I think they're just sorting out the lobby now. What lobby they want to play on? Okay. Alright, Veritas, nice to see you again. Yeah, like I said, not got many viewers in the moment, but so thanks for being here. Like I said, there is another cast being played on a restricted stream at the moment. And I think as soon as that one finishes, we'll probably see a few more people come over. I expect Unrestricted will raid when that what am I trying to say? When that series, that's the word. When that series finishes. I couldn't think of the word for a second there. And they're just sorting out which server they want to play on. And then hopefully we can get straight into this series. I think KT's been practicing a lot. I've noticed he's probably been one of the most active players on RTR recently. He's always asking people to play on the Discord. I think Logan's actually been playing I think he's gone back to playing DE sadly recently. I think historically you'd think Logan would be the stronger player and is the higher seeded player, but maybe KT's practice has paid off for him. We'll see. And I'm just sort of trying to constantly refresh for the classy cast. Only the best for you, Veritas. Okay, they've actually already gone. So the AOE2 Rex thing just like does not update properly anymore. It's kind of annoying. But we are going to get in, and actually there's straight in. No spectator delay. So, like I said, Katie got both the Shang and Black Viat, which are the most common picks on Highlands, which is our first map. Oh, well, they actually got one elephant each. That's very rare that happens, that they meet right at the same time. But Logan's gone with the Persians on this one, which they can sort of match the Shang food bonus in the early game, as long as they have like a good amount of hunt. But it's when the elephants and gazelle run out, that's when the Shang bonus starts really coming into its own. And I think for me, the Persians is much more of like a hybrid map civ these days. So maybe it would have been better for... Well, saying that Logan got like loads of water civs, so I guess he didn't need to save it. I switched to the wrong mode there. Yeah, I'm still a little bit surprised that KT didn't take the Minoans, considering the maps. Like Carthaginians for me, I think that's a little bit of a mistake. But we'll see if that comes back to bite him or not later in the series. Like I said, he does have the Shang and the Lac Viat, two very strong civs, when sporting the Shang at the moment. It looks like he's going to find his elephant at the back there. Alright, Marek, how you doing? And let's have a look. See, has we got a forward villager? Or are we just doing some exploration? He did miss that elephant there, unfortunately. It's a little bit early to be going for a forward at 13 vils, unless he is going to try some early, like 15, 16 vil shenanigans. But I think he's just a little bit short on food, so that really to work at the time being. He's got 3 villagers and wood as well, which makes me think that's maybe not the case for the time being. So I think this might just be exploration. He did go quite a long way out. And yeah, like I said, unfortunate the elephant's here. I don't know where his other one is actually, it's at the back. It's always annoying when one's at the back, because it's never your instinct to look at the back here. You always want to try and like look around here. It's usually more useful information to know where your wood lines and stuff are for that. Storage pit on the gazelle for KT to save him from having to do any pushes there. It's a reasonably nice place. This villager has already spotted the elephant, interestingly. Not brought that back yet. And does he have... Did he already find his other... He must have done, because he's got 3 around his TC. I think maybe he didn't need to kill all 3 at once. I might be losing a little bit of food to the rot there. A little unnecessary, perhaps, because he's only got this 1 villager gathering from that 1 elephant there. So a little bit of food probably lost. It won't be a huge amount, but it's like a slight optimization thing, obviously. His storage pit reasonably near to the gazelle again. Well, that's getting away from Logan. That's quite a long distance between there and there. It's maybe a little bit sloppy, but it is what it is. Let's have a look. So it's actually KT going up on 19 vils. For actually both civs on 19, players on 19, but a lot of idle time from Logan. Which, with the Persian bonus, you would have thought he wouldn't have had to go for that much idle time. So KT going to be definitely in the driver's seat here, going to be able to get to the tool age a lot faster. The barracks only just comes out now, though. So he's not going to be able to push the pressure straight away. It's actually Logan who tried to go a bit more aggressive, but he's actually a bit behind on the tempo. Barracks sort of in the middle of the map instead of fully forward. Second barracks coming out now for KT. Blocks it off a little bit, unfortunately. But he does have the axe coming in upgrade. Tool working first. I've always said I prefer the armor upgrade first, but I'm pretty sure the armor upgrade will come in behind this. And double barracks for Logan as well, which is going to get spotted. So this axe might actually be able to prevent this from happening. Well, not actually yet, but it is now. Yeah, an armor upgrade coming in. Logan wisely deletes the barracks, but I think he's going to lose his forward villager now, which is definitely going to slow down this push. Small wall I saw come in as well for Logan there. It's probably an archery range, yep. And it looks like might be a switch into defense mode. That's just a little gap in the trees there, but that one clubber not going to be any threat with the axeman in pursuit. And like I said, Persian bonus still going to help. Little idle villagers there. Okay, gets them back to work. Persian bonus still going to help whilst there's hunt on the field for the time being. But the cheaper Shang villagers probably might take over the eco in the near future. So I think KT's actually in a pretty nice spot at the moment. A few axes starting to sort of wind their way forward. A couple of axes here from Logan though. Missing. He actually doesn't have tool working yet, does Logan? Or does not? Logan does not. I don't know why I would have said that in a weird way, but yeah, plenty of gazelle left for KT as well. I think he's used all those elephants now, so he's going to need to get the market up soon. Defensive bow is already up for Logan as well. In fact, it's got double archery range. So the commitment to the axes going to be a little bit stifled for the time being as the early bows put a stop to this. But bows are coming out from KT himself. He's got 3 at the moment. I think it's only a single archery range though. So at the moment, Logan probably going to be able to pull this back if he does get those bowman numbers up. Might be worth, I was going to say KT going for some slingers, but he's actually got 0 stone. He's got 1 villager doing long stone, I guess, to just try and get enough to finish the walls off. And the market is up now, so he can try and get this farms going. Maybe get the wood upgrade as well for his archers. There's this market here as well, yep, for Logan. Does leave a little gap here, I guess, just so his villagers can get in and out. Maybe as long as he's got something in defense, it's not too big of a deal. War's going to get finished off as well. Decent force from KT moving out here, and yeah, woodworking coming in for Logan actually first. I don't think it was, yeah, no woodworking for KT just yet. And Logan a little, I think these walls are going to go up in time. Just trying to make sure there isn't a hole here. No, there definitely is a tree there. And it's going to be close actually. Just needs the one more tile. Oh, the bows start shooting the wall. You didn't see the villager yet. So you can see that Logan just sort of like went into the quick wall that. But now he's fully walled. Well, actually technically he has this gap here, but his flanks are covered. So let's have a look at the villager count now, I guess, because this game looks like it might go a bit longer. And it is actually still slightly in favour of Logan. He's up a bill at the moment. Quite a lot of idle time from KT, which is a little bit unusual for the Shang. It's usually one of the easiest civs to keep that villager production going, but you can see he has actually switched into the sling now. Got quite a lot of stone. There's quite a lot of army production. That said, though, his armies are only like a couple of units larger than Logan's. So maybe just a little bit more efficient economy from Logan. We might see a bit of a fight here now, though. I don't think... He's got stone mining, but he still doesn't have woodworking. It's only 3 slingers for the time being. And it's going to be an interesting fight to see what happens here. The slingers can absorb quite a lot of the damage. But when you've got that many bows, it's still going to be a little bit difficult. And I think... Yeah, just... didn't quite have the slinger numbers up yet. So I think Logan's going to pretty handily take this fight. So I thought it was going to quieten down a bit, but I think Logan's actually got a pretty big advantage now. Let's see if he tries to push it forward. A few more slingers still being pumped, so maybe if next wave comes in. But yeah, these axes feel a little bit useless at this point. It's mostly just the bows, which obviously the axes, I guess they can act like a little bit of a meat shield for Katie's own bows. But yeah, that's the thing with the woodworking bowmen can still outrange the slingers, so you can kite. And yeah, just not quite getting those slinger numbers up high enough, I think. Saying that, bonus damage definitely kicking a little bit there. Axes coming forward for Logan, led by KTs. Slingers not really being microed the best though. The villagers getting a little bit in the mix. They're probably going to be sacrificial villagers. I'm not really sure what they're doing there. Single axe gets in, but that should be fine. And still, yep, just still working on the slinger production. So I think this probably is going to get stopped. So, City Watch actually, not Town Watch. It's called Town Watch in AOE2. You can tell what game I normally play. But yeah, the farm eco's a little bit mispositioned farm there. I guess that still works. But the farm eco is up for Logan. In fact, for both players. A lot of wood in the bank for Logan. So maybe just needs to rebalance that eco there. It looks like the slingers are finally going to take the bows out. So still pretty even game state. Switching into the slinger there. Did work out for KT. It looks like Logan trying to finish off that wall now. Third archery range comes out. I don't know if you want to be going for third archery range at this point, when KT's pretty much all in the slingers at this point. And it looks like Logan is sort of building up the food to try and go to bronze. And what have we got back here? Just a couple bows as well. Yeah, there's no axes left for KT, so it's just slinger bows, which I do quite like that combo. I think they've still not got wood. Oh no, we do have wood working from KT. I must have either forgotten or missed that coming in for him. With the market upgrades. You should just take out that axe, a little bit sloppy. Ooh, doesn't manage to just about keep that slinger alive, but takes quite a lot of perhaps maybe unnecessary damage. And you can see now, as I just readjust my chat, 15 military to 5, but Logan does now click the Bronze Age. Again, he's still floating a lot of wood. I don't know if he is just planning to just instantly go government centre and drop some TCs as soon as he hits bronze, perhaps, and just play the eco game for the time being. This does have this house in his wall. Is the one major weak spot. It's actually sort of chopping through here. These archers here are probably going to be pretty easily dealt with, the number slingers here. Again, there is that one axer, but that gets dealt with. So I think KT should pretty handily win that. Say that, yeah. Again, singular axer being quite a nuisance to the slingers. Bows in the back for KT as well. Reasonably good control. The slinger's going maybe a bit too far away there though. Needs to get those back in the mix. Another flood of units comes forward. KT, again, KT's on absolute loads of wood as well. Nearly has the food to go to the next stage. But Logan's nearly already there. And he has got some decent amount of gold in bank. I don't know if I've seen a stable go down. So, I mean, he must have got a stable down because he's queuing a cavalry unit. Normally when I click that, I'd take... Oh, it's there. There we go. It has the single stable. It does have a reasonable amount of resources. I feel like at this point with this much wood, you might as well just drop a government centre. But still, I've got the back and forth fight between the Tool Age units. Bronze Age now coming in for KT as well. Cavalry does come in. And it's going to sweep everything up though. So now Logan back in the driving seat of this game. It's been a little bit back and forth. 3 stables and an archery range, which didn't get finished. Not exactly sure what's going on from KT here. Two of those got cancelled. Shang do get the faster attacking cavalry. So if you went cavalry versus cavalry, Shang has each individually more powerful units, though the Persians have the team bonus of the faster working stable. So they are able to mass that cavalry a little bit faster. But stable are going back at the back, government centre here, because he cancelled those 3 stables at the front. So yeah, he doesn't actually have the camels as the immediate response, which I think that's fine for the time being. Just try and deal with the early cavalry units. And I don't think our government centre is actually up now, so Logan can build a couple more TCs. A little bit surprised he didn't build a TC here. Maybe he hadn't quite got the government centre up before building that pit. And 8 cavalry already out on the field. But like I said, camel, sorry, in for KT. Does have the storage pit upgrades from the tool age. And no tool working in actually for Logan, so he is missing that upgrade. Wheel does come in. Logan already has wheel, of course. This archery range going to be able to be taken down reasonably quickly if Katie doesn't deal with this. I was going to say, is he going to go for the flank or just defend at the front? And he is going to defend at the front here. Archery range, half HP. How many camels have we got now? 7. Yep. And metalworking coming in as well. Doesn't have the +4 armour, but the extra damage will help against the bows as well. Infantry armour in. I don't know if that's a misclick. Well, I'm pretty sure that is a misclick because he doesn't have any infantry. Good number of camels here though, so I think the cavalry should get pretty easily dealt with here, and yeah, indeed they do. It's a very nice fight for KT there. And switching into camels for the Persians now. So we're just going to have camel v camel. Some forward academies though for KT. He's going to try and switch it up here. In fact, he's going cavalry himself now, which, if he isn't the best play, if Logan is going camels himself. But obviously, in case he's not seen them quite yet, and he's going City Watch again. So he must have cancelled that from before. I was going to say that like he did in the other game. I was like, wait, this is literally game 1 still. So he must have cancelled Sea Watch before. Gives you the extra line of sight on your buildings, obviously. And I think KT still has the advantage here. He has, well, he got the infantry armour upgraded by accident, but he does have the +4 attack, whereas Logan only has +2/+2. Just a few bows just chilling. But now we have the hoplites coming as well. Is he just going to try and attack from the side? I feel like that villager must have been idle from quite a long time. KT just sort of trying to make his mind up where he wants to attack here. And in fact, Logan going to switch into compies. And chariot archers from KT now. He's got like the works. All we need now is some siege and some priest, and KT's got everything. I'm curious about the wall there. Military numbers are equal. A couple of that is just bowmen from the tool age still for KT. Which I don't know why he's dragging that around with his cavalry, because he's like really slowing down the movement of those units there. Not a huge fan of that personally. You don't really want to block your whole army together like this. You want to use the mobility of those units. Like he could be trying to look around, like see what's going on up here. Like obviously we've got God Vision and I know there's gold miners here, but like KT could try and like probe around, see if there's any gaps in the wall. Good massive composite bowman already though for Logan, and he's getting the archer armor as well as artisanship already in. A few defensive towers coming down as well. Hoplites still haven't really made much of an impression. KT's pumping them now. I'm going to go for the push now maybe. And I mean, like, yeah, the chariot archers could have been here ages ago and prevented that tower from moving up, but the sentry tower, aggressive. So I've seen KT doing this games before. In fact, like, I played a couple of practice games against him, where he likes to have the forward towers to help in his push. Damage a little bit spread out. Maybe it would be quite nice to see, in fact, Siege Workshop from Logan. I was going to say Siege Workshop from KT. Maybe just thought with the Hoppies, be able to push this. Sentry tower in for Logan as well now. See the 29 composite bowmen. At this point, you've got to be thinking, is this a siege work here? There we go. I was going to say stone throwers are needed from KT. Let's get the siege workshop down. I think KT's going to be a little bit put off by like just the number of bows and the towers in defence. You can see the little triangle of 3 towers here. Maybe just wait for that stone thrower to come in, but Logan has stone throwers of his own coming in. And Arsenship coming in as well now for KT to even out that range. It's a little bit tense. Cavalry going forward. I don't know if that's like... I don't know if that was intentional or not. If you can snipe the stone thrower here, that'd be pretty huge. Oh, doesn't quite get it. Maybe a little bit lack of focus. Stone thrower goes to work on the tower. So Logan do a good job pushing back here. I'll just take a moment. 100 vils to 89 for KT in the advantage KT, who's on 5 TCs to Logan's 4. Logan does push out here now though. And yeah, he's got his massive compies. Stone thrower going to be a little bit too late, and that might be the game-changing moment. You can see the military numbers all the way down to 4 now. Like I said, there's cavalry going in. I don't know if that was like intentional or if it was just like KT just had him on aggressive mode and then they just ran in. Like I said, if he did manage to pick off the stone thrower, maybe that would have been worth it. But in the end, he's just lost most of his army. He does have a few defensive towers already up. And he's still trying to go hoplites. I think at this point, when there's this many composite bowmen on the field, hoplites aren't the way to go. Just trying to think what would be the best option here. I mean, I guess you still just need those stone throwers, but those 4 siege workshops are down, so maybe siege workshop at home is required, as well as maybe just I was going to say cavalry, but then yeah, Logan can just start building more camels, and Logan is actually on the way to Iron Age now. So despite the fact that KT does have a villager lead still, and in fact he has quite a lot of food available. Doesn't have much gold though, is the thing. But it looks like Logan and the other points agree. Looks like Logan's somewhat in the driver's seat now. 48 composite bowmen. And stone throwers have to come out, or a really large massive cavalry. But I think stone throwers are going to be the best option here. But saying that, stone throwers into your opponent's stone throwers is going to be difficult when they've already got more than you. So yeah, 65 to 14 on the military count. And again, I don't know really why KT does this thing where he's like tying the camels down, slowing them down. Now the camels are unleashed straight to their demise, unfortunately. And we don't actually have Siege Workshop at home, that's the problem. I wish we had Siege Workshop at home. But yeah, I think these hoplites, I don't think Bronze Shield's even in now. Just going to get absolutely hoovered up here, these hoplites by the compies. Heavy cavalry and ballistics coming in as soon as Logan hits the Iron Age. And I don't know what happened to all of KT's food. He does have a lot of gold now. I don't know if he sold a bunch of it. I wasn't paying attention to the left side of the screen there, so maybe he did sell it. He doesn't actually have both buildings to go up yet. One of these will actually be in the siege workshops, because I think that still does count even when they get destroyed. Medium walls coming in, and finally Iron Age does come in for KT. I think the military numbers are a little bit too in favour. KT now, yes, Catapult coming in to help push through this line of towers. Siege workshops being a little more forward as well to save a little bit of that travelling distance. And yeah, it's just these few cavalry just sort of being sent to their death. Literally 0 military count from KT now. Just tries to get to the Iron Age and pump those cavalry. His opponent just has heavy cavalry already. And he's getting the nobility in. Tower push back as well. Just all the upgrades being spammed in now. And I mean, I guess he doesn't have the stone throwers yet. Did he not? Oh, he's doing the catapult research here and then building the stone throwers from here. That makes sense. Just waiting for those to be built so he can push forward. Little attack on the flank here though. I think that might have hoovered up a few villagers. Yeah, you can see that the remains. I think this is probably only a matter of time. I mean, Iron Age is going to come in for KT, but he simply doesn't have the military numbers. Wall does go up just about in time to stop the cavalry from getting in. Iron Age in for KT, but the military numbers is just too heavily in favour of the Logan hit. Catapult's just going to be absolutely demolishing the towers. I think KT will hold on for a little bit, trying to squeeze the guard tower in, but against the stone, the catapults here, they're not really going to do too much. In fact, both players going guard tower. So yeah, the towers are going to buy a little bit of time, but I don't think that's enough time to catch up a 60 military count deficit. We'll see. Guard tower does come in. Guard tower about to come in as well for KT. Catapult doing a little bit of moonwalk there. Yeah, guard tower is not going to help at all against these catapults. In fact, I didn't even see some of the heavy cavalry have got in to the eco. Villager numbers going down the drain. KT is going to be able to sweep, clean this up in his base, but he's still got all this to worry about. Does get the heavy cavalry upgrade in, but again, just the military numbers just, in fact now the eco numbers just way too in favour of Logan at this point. So yeah, despite the civ disadvantage, you've got to say Shang's probably the stronger civ here. Looks like KT just wasn't quite able to get that damage on that right side. The siege workshops didn't get those stone throwers out in time. They kind of got denied. Lost a few units trying to run the cavalry into Logan's base there, and that has really swung the game. It's actually open here. Maybe that's how the cavalry got in before. There is actually a gap on the back here. So yeah, a few more cavalry come in. Chainmail cavalry armour is coming in for KT, but again, 15 cavalry to 20 cavalry plus 32 compies. And I mean, these guys are just chilling. I feel like Logan probably could be playing this a little bit faster than he is, but he's just taking his time to sweep through all the buildings. Like he's trying to take down this gate, but it's like literally open here. So a little bit confusing. Yeah, I think maybe a little bit of a counter-attack here, but pretty sure it's still fully walled. Another town. Oh no, it's not a town centre. I thought it's just a storage pit. But yeah, these heavy cavalry not really going to be able to get much done. Metallurgy is coming as well. Chariot, a little bit curious. Well, the chariots, I don't know if that's just a little misclick there. But yeah, these towers of alchemy. The guard towers. Oh, actually does get in. So maybe this does create a few problems. Did that camera just glitch through the wall? Or did it get? It must have gone around. That was like kind of crazy. Yeah, the catapults just have no answer here. GG's called. That game was over for like pretty much as soon as Logan hit the Iron Age, but Katie just playing it out, getting a feel for the first game. What's wrong, Billy? And hello to everyone that's joining in the stream. That was game 1, going to Logan. So yeah, like I said, it was pretty back and forth early on, but the KT's attack, they just tried to go from here. He kind of sort of had like some units at this in the middle and some units on the right here. In fact, I might be able to just go back. Is this a little bit too far, perhaps? I think this, yeah, a little bit too far. Yeah, so Katie just sort of had his units here, started building these academies here, and then just like sort of never got the push going, and the military numbers equalised, and then the fight took off here. At this point, Logan had already built up the massive composite bowman, and Katie did get in, but he just, most of his units just went down to the composite bowman mass, and like that's first stone throw I think came out and then more or less instantly died, and all of his forward just got collapsed upon, and from basically this point onwards Logan was in the driving seat. He pretty much already had tools for iron, resources for iron here. That was pretty much game moment. I want to see if that guy did glitch through the wall, or it was just me being an idiot. Probably just me, but I'll get us into the next game ASAP after this, but I just wanted to quickly check before we go into the next game. I swear like one horse here looked like it just glitched through the wall. Okay, no, it's just this guy here. Okay. That was just being I'm just blind. Fair enough. Anyway, let's get us on to the next game. And it will be Katie's choice of map. As I refresh AOE2 Rex, probably. Here we go, straight in. And it's actually going to be Sahara is the next map. I'm just going to quickly update the draft here that you can't see, but I can. I need to quit out of this map first. I always forget to do that. And Capture Age is doing the bug, so I'll just quickly restart it again. And then well, that should get us into the game. So, like I said, it's Sahara. And Carthaginians are going to be Katie's choice here. Logan go for the Chosen. So 2 quite early aggressive civs, but kind of both normally fall away in comparison to civs they play against. And it looks like Katie's got the central elephants, which is going to deny Logan of said elephants himself. Sea of Elephants. See if Logan tries to look around for some of the other elephants. In fact, was that one of Logan's own elephants there? I think it might have been. Yeah, so he's found 3 straight away. There's normally a couple more. Okay, they're both over here. And Logan sadly missed. Is it over here? Yeah. He might find this one on the way back round if he goes that way. So hopefully for him, he does see that. And it looks like he will do. So all is not in vain. But pretty nice. A little advantage in the early. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Ay. Oh, perhaps. We'll see. No! It's over here, Logan. Elephant's over here, buddy. No, that's unfortunate. I thought he was going to find that one, but that's not going to be the case. Why would I ban Pom Bear? Why are you blocking Pom Bear for? He's been nothing but nice to you. Harassment? That's rich. Oh, and the Emperor Pantera. Well, I guess he didn't really have far to go to find that elephant. He'd already found it. Again, arguably, how much food is left on here? Yeah, arguably you don't need to kill. It's a little bit wasteful to kill this many elephant. Like, there's enough space for villagers on 2 elephants, and you, like I said, you do lose a bit of food to the decay. And so killing all 3 at the time means all 3 of these are slowly decaying. Whereas you just have 2, only 2 are decaying at a time. Get a little bit more food out of the elephant. It's not going to be massive, maybe about 10, 15 extra food. You guys are funny. Anyway, we got forward villager from KT as he goes up to the tool age on 19 vills. Only 24 seconds idle, so not terrible. Although, well, you could argue maybe just make the extra villager at that point, but also there's the other argument that KT basically has an extra 50 food in hand to try and make this push really work. Logan is going up on 18 villagers, but even slower. So Logan's Stone Age maybe a little bit sloppy. I guess he didn't find those elephants, which always makes it a little bit more difficult. He did find... I think he did find both his personal elephants around his own base. But yeah, 1 minute and 11 seconds idle time. Barracks pretty close to his opponent there. It looks like he sort of went forward a little bit and then came back for the barracks. I don't know if he saw a Vill. Maybe that's why he came back. Double barracks though. And his tool age is already in. Armor upgrade does come in first. Clubber comes out. And barracks is where for Logan. Barracks is over this side. So a little bit far away from where the action is going to take place. And this villager is probably going to bite the dust. Or is Katie just going to try and push in? And second barracks up, but he doesn't have the food for. So despite the fact me saying he has extra 50 food in hand, he doesn't actually have enough food for the Axa upgrade, unfortunately. Maybe a few too many vills on wood. This villager is going to very slowly go down. But it's sort of acting as a little bit of a distraction. Defensive clubbers do come in for Logan as the tool age does come in, and he already has the armor upgrade and the attack and axe upgrade. So in fact, the axe is only going to come in very slightly slower than KT's. The chosen axes as well have plus 5 HP. So will actually be a bit stronger. I don't know why he hit the building there. And axes straight away. So both players have fully upgraded axes now. But the numbers advantage favours Logan for the time being. Archery range, was that built forward? Was that built at home? Archery range was built at home. So Katie did build... Yeah, I've got to question why that was built at home, really. This confuses me. This archery range could have been built earlier here. Because this bowman's going to be out of the action for way too long. And the axes from Logan are mostly going to deal with almost this aggression. That said, a few more axes do slip in from KT. But Logan, feels like he's getting slightly better trades at the moment. I was saying that the KD is 3-3. So I don't know how. I guess Logan must have lost a unit to an elephant at some point. And has taken damage to his eco. So he's slightly down on the villager count at the moment. But neither player is actually making anything at the moment. Like you can see, there's nothing in the queue. Slinger's being put in the queue now for Logan as everything pops up and gets active again. I guess they were just sort of focusing on the fighting for a second. Yeah, that bowman just gets picked off. And the forward push from KT gets pretty much entirely nullified. Although 4 eco deaths for Logan, again, does put him slightly behind on the eco count. Not by a massive amount, only 2 villagers for the time being. And like I said, neither of these civs really have any eco bonuses. The Chosen just have the cheaper storage pit techs. And the Carthaginians just have the greater amount of starting resources. But neither of which are going to be hugely different. Well, hugely advantageous in terms of eco, so it's literally just going to come down to villager numbers, which KT, like I said, has the advantage on for the time being. I'm a little surprised. Oh, no, yeah, I was a little bit surprised Unrestrict hasn't done a raid yet, which means maybe the other series is still playing out. Well, in fact, I can still see it myself, so that series must still be going. Defensive bowman and tower is going to stop too much of this aggression. And still a few units just spotted here and there for both players. It's a little bit messy at this point. And it kind of feels that we're probably just going to have to go back to sort of default positions. Both players just sort themselves out at home. Yeah, Logan just clearing up these buildings. Probably, I think that's the wise thing to do. But yeah, both players just sort of secure themselves at home, get their eco set up, and then sort of think about either going to the bronze or just building up a bit more numbers, because at the moment it's still like only 4 or 5 units for both players. I think KT is sort of just throwing away resources here by still making stuff at these forward buildings. Like I said, this archery range, if that had been built before this one here, I think maybe KT could have kept up the momentum a bit more. So yeah, a little bit of mistake in my opinion building that archery range back there instead of at the front straight away. So we do have a little bit of a force pushing here, but the axe is still going to be able to clip a couple of units before it goes down. And I don't think stone mining is actually in, and I don't think woodworking is in, so the slingers are going to be absolutely lethal to the bows hit. But that said, those axes that I was saying that maybe KT shouldn't be making seem to be working out for the time being. But yeah, I think I guess they're just going to gather from the berries here. It's a little bit sketchy. I think Logan should just clear this up though. I think that'd be the easiest thing to do. Woodworking now coming in from KT. Still with about 3 villager lead, so nothing massive. And again, neither player anywhere near really going to the next stage. Couple of slingers going to be annoying. Probably not be able to get too much damage. He does manage to pick off that other bowman though, so that was quite nice. And just going for the bone damage. Can he hide the very nice villager in the watchtower, I should say? And Axa clears this up. And yeah, Logan just clearing up the forward now, which I think he probably should have done a little bit a while ago. But yeah, and then walls coming in as well now. Both players, like I said, just securing themselves at home. What have we got here? Double barracks at home. So I don't know if that means... Well, I feel like it must mean that KT just wants to continue with the tool age aggression, but Logan is building up the stockpile of resources now. It's 530 in the bank. Obviously he needs 800 for the Bronze Age. Just going to take a quick drink because I've got a very dry throat. And thanks for the follow, Balkan. That was a little while ago, so hopefully you're still here watching and enjoying. Defensive towers going up for KT now. Yeah, it kind of looks like probably it's going to be KT building up a bit more of a tool army versus the Bronze Age of Logan. He doesn't have the second building. Stable going up now. And so that's going to delay the bronze a little bit, which does give KT a little extra time to stay in that. There's already 8 axes out in play for Logan, and there is a little bit of battle actually going on here, which I'd miss this going forward. And I think there's spaces here. Okay, that does get blocked by the house, but it's only house walls. Oh, well, completely wide open here, so much easier to go around this way. And City Watch again clicked by KT. Don't know if this, like I think it was he clicked it and cancelled it last time and then clicked it again later in the game. I don't think this is really needed because you can see the threat right on his face. And yeah, the units are forward from KT and there's no tower on this side. It's only really slingers, so a few axes will be able to deal with this. Yeah, and he does have those double barracks here. So I think this is actually going to get swept up. I think he did manage to get a few eco kills there, but Bronze Age is in for Logan. And unless somehow KT gets a huge trade here, but I think it looks like he's just completely outnumbered now. Yeah, sometimes... I mean, Logan does it as well, he just goes to the towers a lot. But yeah, in this situation, it's the towers, well, the lack of walls. I guess, like you say, Logan is actually walled on this side. So he only has, like, really one spot he's vulnerable, and as long as he has the military there, he was fine. Like, there we go. He does clear up the forward now. And KT's be able to click up in just a second. But it's going to take him a little while to get that Bronze Age. Last tool army remnants on his base gets cleared up, but the cavalry are already coming in. We're working coming in as well now. And the stables, is it just a singular stable? No, it's pumping from 2. Okay, they're literally right in front of my face. Sometimes a little hard for me to see those. It's cavalry, I was going to say maybe just send the cavalry forwards, let the tool units deal with this. Yep, okay, that's nice to see. Wheel coming in, and both the Bronze Age upgrades. Axis just going to pass by, just chilling, no worries. Peace out, see you later. But KT is basically still completely open. Does have a few towers that his villagers can jump into. Going for the stable now. Stone mining and gold mining, interestingly. Not exactly sure why stone mining is necessary here. Villagers do manage to hop into that tower there. Maybe just wanted to get enough... no, that doesn't make sense. Don't know why I did that. Because he's not going slingers anymore, and if you just want a little bit of stone, you don't really need stone mining. So, yeah, these cavalry... Oh, town by a rung. That's always a sign of desperation. Cavalry coming in from the back as well here now. And axes coming forward, just to add to the misery. Camels as a response, as KT does finally hit Bronze Age himself. Which actually will be able to match up pretty decently for the time being, as the cavalry numbers aren't quite up for Logan yet. So KT has a little bit of chance to stabilise. Needs to get his villagers back to work though, because he's still got a lot of them just garrisoned in towers and stuff at the moment. And he's going to try and push through the houses here. And it's only the 2 camels still. I'm fairly sure the axe bonus damage still applies to camels. I could be wrong about that. In fact, the camels don't actually have any armour on them, I've just noticed that. Wheel finally coming in for KT as well. I guess he's a little bit pinched for food at the moment. And cavalry going to get in. I just managed to get that wall up right at the very last second. I think that's... Is that open? Must be closed, otherwise he would have definitely gone in there. And it's actually open on the right there. You should see... Well, maybe just assumes that the wall is there now. Couple of cavalry just chilling at the back here. 3 TCs now for Logan, actually. Decides to try and boom up behind this. And broadswordsman. So the chosen broadswordsman is going to get the transition now. Obviously the extra HP for the chosen on their broadsword. Well, on basically all the barracks units other than the slinger. Alligator. Crocodile goes down. Archery range, the next point of attack. We still just have the Tool Age army doing its thing. All the bronze upgrades in. Actually, it doesn't have bronze shield yet. There's no real range threat unless you're a singular bowman. I guess there's the towers, so it's probably still worth getting bronze shield. Yeah, it does get clicked now. Cavalry just running amok amongst the villagers still. And yeah, villager numbers just booming out for Logan now. So again, started to feel a little bit reminiscent of Game 1, where the military and the eco is just now massively in favour for Logan. And camels do go for a little bit of a counter, although he's focusing the stable, unfortunately. So we'll just cut back here. The broadswordsman just have the hoplites, but I think this number of broadswordsmen is going to be more than enough. And I wouldn't be surprised if the GG gets called fairly soon, because just this number of broadswordmen is going to be a little bit too much for him to handle. There we go, GG called. And again, I think if the archery range there that got built, that was his first archery range that KT built. If he just built that forward, potentially that initial attack, I think we can go back. It's even further back than this. You can see there's the archery range here, but he built this one first. Yeah, if you just used that forward villager to build the archery range forward, and you could have added the bows in at the front, then maybe KT. Because yeah, like the archery range is already up at this point. And at this point, Logan's not even researched battle axe yet for the Axer upgrade. So this villager just built the archery range forward, and potentially that forward could have worked out for KT. But there was not to be, and it's 2-0 to Logan. And we go on to game 3. And let's see. Go back to the draft, I guess, for the time being. So what did we see there? We saw the Chosen winning out versus the Carthaginians. And again, I was a little bit not so keen on this Carthaginians as KT's third pick with their other civs that are left in the pool. I don't know if that's the game sounds. Oh, that's Capture Age. Let me just sort myself out here. It is Capture Age. Because Capture Age keeps getting the sound bug, which is really annoying. And are we... Okay, no, they're just setting up the lobby. I think a lot of the APM I've noticed is a little bit lower in this game just because I feels like in the first stage, there's just not much to actually do. Like the only APM intensive thing is like pushing Gazelle in the Stone Age, and I think that drags the APM down a lot for a lot of players. It's like if you get slightly longer games, you see that APM go up, or if you see a lot of fighting. Because like 40 actions per minute just feels like really slow. Like you can imagine clicking down a mouse, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like that sort of speed. And it feels like you must be clicking more than that. I don't know. Got all my tabs to go through. Just going to refresh AOE2 Rex just to make sure they haven't launched. They probably have launched the game. AOE2 Rex just doesn't work properly anymore. Don't know what's happened to it. Yeah, they have. And it's actually Citadels, so I guess I'll quickly mark that off and load us in. And it was find match. I don't know what's happened there. Let me try that again, unless they quit out of it. I don't know if it might have been a restart. Oh. Okay, they did a restart. They were just asking me if they have to play same maps. So I guess one of the players just got a weird janky spawn for the map. Sometimes on Citadels you can get it so there's like you don't have like an actual wood line that's like in your walls, which I suspect is probably the case. 105 at a does that APM in War? Isn't Warzone an FPS game? Or am I don't know. I feel like APM and an FPS is a bit different to RTS. Not really comparable. But yeah, we're just sorting out the lobby again. That's one of the players. Cordery. I'm not sure which player was saying that. I'm just having a look. Each player gets one restart, is the only reason I'm sort of trying to check for that. And again, we're just waiting for that lobby to get up and going. Are the other two players still playing? Seems like madness if they are. Although, I mean, it says on AOE2 Rex that they're still in an Ocean Ring game. I don't know if that's correct. So maybe Jesse and Genie is still going the full distance and they're best of 7. Obviously 7 games can take quite a long time to play if they do go a bit longer. I'm just waiting for them to launch the lobby for this series. I don't exactly know what's going on here. I feel like they would have just launched by now, but AOE2 Rex says they haven't. Okay. I'm confused. Maybe I'll just try and do the direct link, see what that happens. We'll see what that does. Unknown error. I'm hoping, I mean, the settings shouldn't be any different from what they did before. I'm hoping I've not missed any of the game, so sorry about that if I have. Okay, they have launched now. I guess they were just, maybe one of them went to grab a drink or something before the game started. It's a little bit slow getting the game up and running. And yeah, because we're already up to live, so I didn't really miss anything here as I go back to the capture age view. So again, it is Citadels, and it's going to be the Greeks, who have become a Citadel's classic civ against the Egyptians, another one. Both very strong on this map. And I think there is a slight gap in between the wall and the trees there. Could be a little bit annoying for Logan. And let's have a look. I'm trying to look at the maps. Quite a nice like pocket in the back for KT here to boom into if he gets a chance to make extra TCs at some point. KT going for the Gazelle push already. This one here been a little bit annoying. But KT is patient. Although, saying that, I'm not sure why he pushed that and then decided to push the rest, but he seems to be doing a relatively good job. Doing a lot better job of pushing the Gazelle than I ever seem to do, that's for sure. This feels like more herding than pushing. He's trying to get the whole bunch. Oh. There's one. We're just on Gazelle watch for the time being, because not much else happens on the Citadel for a while. But he's doing a pretty good job of it. He wants a couple of villagers to hit this one. Oh, he chased it away. Ruined. We don't want to watch that anymore. As Logan absolutely murks that one Gazelle with like 4 vills. Then decides he wants to get the elephant instead. That's a little bit curious. Wolf just chilling on the side of the map here. It looks a bit pixelated when you zoom in there. That's kind of funny how it's like it actually looks like a wolf there. Funny how eyes work, isn't it? Anyway. Oh, we're back, boys and girls. Sorry about that. My internet just like dropped. I'll try and get us back into the game ASAP. So yeah, just internet just randomly cut out there. So sorry about that. Fortunately, again, not much happens at the start of Citadels. Hopefully you can actually hear me. Is anyone in chat? Hello, hello to all the people out there. Hopefully you're still with us. It says my bitrate is still a bit funky, so hopefully it's not affecting the stream too much. I don't really know what that was. Why is my capture? There we go. So let me just slow this down a bit, see if I can gather my thoughts. So 23. Are we just going fast bronze? I was just trying to check if he built his barracks against that wall actually. Can you guys hear me by the way? Is anyone just confirm in chat that we're back in live? Oh, we're actually up to live already. So doesn't look like we missed much of the action, fortunately. Alright, cheers Shady. Thank you. So, sorry about that, but like I said, it doesn't look like we actually missed anything. A little bit of extra idle time from KT means that it's a 1 villager lead for Logan, and looks like they're up to bronze at about the same time. Woodworking coming in from both players now. And as I was about to start talking about is the Greeks have the nice advantage. Like I said, KT has the nice extra area for extra TCs to maybe take advantage of the Greek faster TC bonus. And then it's just going to be a question of the chariot archers. Wolf goes down. Chariot Archers versus the Hoplites, and I imagine Stone Throwers are going to be put into the mix there as well. As gold mining comes in, Scout comes out for Logan just to get that initial vision out. Bronze in for both player. Wheel straight away from KT this time. So he has just about enough food to get that going. He did actually go stable himself to build the Scout. Is this Arch? Oh, okay, he's just going full boom mode. Boom mode from KT here. I was going to say. Oh no, I've got myself confused. It's more Logan I'm actually confused about. You normally go stable for Greeks. What am I on about? The stable from Logan's the more confusing thing. Archery range comes out now. But yeah, I guess he just likes having that Scout. And he did actually win the Scout war there, so must have got the first attack in. And no wheel for Logan yet. Doesn't quite have the food. And wheel finally coming in now. Buys the food from the market. Got some wood as well. So maybe he's switched to the gold a little bit too soon. Looks like he is going for priest there, getting the astrology upgrade in. But doesn't actually have any priests on the field yet. So maybe a little bit premature. Scout getting some decent information hit. Wake up. I'm awake. Hello. Oh, so is he actually going to find the gap here? Oh, was it? Maybe just didn't think it was worth going down there. Yellow's forward. I mean, I can see it, but there's no units out yet, is what I was saying. But we do have the siege workshop. I mean, there's no units out yet. But yeah, monks are on the way now, though. And yeah, like I said, KT just going for the boom approach, and only just building his first academy, well, second academy now, but he's not building any hoplites yet. I mean, there was just buildings, Billy, but okay, sorry, I guess. Sorry for offending you, sir. But yeah, just the hoplites by themselves are not going to be able to deal with this combination. Does have the option of adding in maybe cavalry units, but again, the priest can quite easily deal with those. Bronze shield coming in, which is, I guess, a standard upgrade for the hoplites, but obviously not going to help against either of these units here. And he has sort of like locked himself in. I guess he has the gate on this side, where you can always just delete a hole in the wall. If you're feeling brave, but 3 temples might be a little bit overkill. Polytheism as well coming in. And this hoplite, you gotta feel, is gonna, yeah, instantly. I mean, I guess at least that converted outside the gate. I guess is the only thing you can say about that. Wall's instantly gonna go down against the stone throwers though. And there's still only a single hoplite in defense. And there's no immediate unit that deals with, I guess, chariots, but obviously the Greeks don't get chariots. Would be the best unit to deal with this combination. But yeah, again, Greeks don't get that. Alright, restrict thanks to raids. That game between Jesse and Jesse and Jeannie, I guess went a lot longer than I thought it was going to do. So Jesse must have put up a bit of a fight. We're in game 3 here, and it looks like Logan's monk and siege push is probably going to be pretty deadly here. KT trying to go with the extra TC instead of maybe trying to build up the military forces. Like, he's got 5 academies now, and he is pumping from most of them. But the priest numbers are high enough that the hoplites aren't really a threat. In fact, Logan has more hoplites than KT does at this point. Monk does go down before Ungo gets conversion in. This first TC is going to get destroyed. Does have the second one, but he's actually KT's still less vills. I guess he's lost 12 already. And I think, unfortunately, going for the second TC, not trying to focus on any actual military units, is probably going to cost KT in this game here. More monks coming in. The Egyptian monks with the extra +3 range, of course. Very, very tough to deal with. Like I said, the only real unit that can deal with the combination of both siege and priest is just the regular chariot. And again, Greeks do not get that unit. I guess maybe the next best option is maybe scouts. That's not great. And Logan sort of holding fire for the time being. Is he going to bother start trying to boom up before? I think he just goes for the full push here. Looks like he can. Surely he's got a sense that he can just win the game on the spot here. Saying that hoplite numbers are increasing. So I think Logan, like I said, needs to keep his foot on the pedal. Just an extra couple of. Does have the government centre actually there. Does want to keep his foot on the accelerator. See how many conversions we can get here. 1, 2, 3, I think that was. Priest mostly going to get clapped, but I think he got enough conversions there. And he's going to become a priest at the back here. And I guess the healing as well. Yeah, hoplites will go down. I think Katie's not completely out of it yet, but I guess he's lost 20 vils he's lost at this point, down to 36. So he's trying to rebuild the TC in the centre of his base. And yeah, again, maybe just needs to try and regroup his units and send them all together at once instead of drip feed him in there. So it just makes it easier for the priest to just convert if you only send him a couple of units at a time. Chariot Arch has now been added in by Logan as well. I kind of feel like just sticking with priests would have been fine here. Don't know. He still has like all this gold here. He can take the gold from the middle. I guess Chariot Archers will be good for picking off vils, so that's a good idea for that. But yeah, hoplite numbers are remassing. Logan still has 6, which he could actually heal up with his priest if he sends them over there. Looks like he is doing that now. Get those back up to full health. Ooh, very nice. His Chariot Archer is going to be annoying. He's getting the +2 armor in. Most of his base back. I feel like the second should probably just. This TC should probably just been built back here somewhere. Maybe just tuck it into the woods, build some farms around it. Hoplite numbers, again, slowly building up. Only just getting tool working in though. Not as big of a deal for the hoplites, as they already have a very large attack stat. Yeah, I guess probably extra TCs. Yep, extra TCs coming in for Logan. It's up to 3 now, and the boom gets going. I think once again we're just going to see these yellow bars slowly overtaking more and more space from KT on the blue. It's got one villager just chilling out on the side here, doing his thing. Brave storage pit from KT, trying to get his gold back. Still has a decent amount of gold here for the time being. How much gold actually is there? There's still 2,000 gold just in those piles, so didn't really need to go for this one just yet. Loses quite a lot of villagers with tribbles. See how many conversions we get. Trying to go for the priests. Logan shoots his own hoplites. Well, I say own, the converted hoplites. This might be just the final battle of the game though. Not a terrible trade by KT, all things considered. I'd probably try and focus down the stone throwers, or it's him though, and he does try and do so right at the very end. So it's just the Chariot Archers left now, which are going to be able to run circles around the hoplites, even though the Greek hoplites obviously are much faster. So all in all, fairly good trade for KT. And Logan's, I guess, yeah, maybe idled the TCs, just tried to go an Iron Age. Because he sort of stopped pumping villages, started now again. And I think we're going to see the Iron Age click pretty soon. And then I guess we probably just see maybe some Elephant Archers, maybe just Scythe Chariot to close the game out. But we've already got quite a lot of Chariot Archers, so maybe that just finishes it off. I mean, still, it's just not clicked. He could just cancel all these villages and just click up. That's 450 foods worth of villages in the queue there. Choosing to just stay in the bronze for now. KT did make a stay out, yeah. Like you can see here, he did some scouting. But like, well, it was all forward though. I think that the main thing was that KT just tried to go for the extra TC, and he just let the stone thrower. He basically just left any potential Bronze Age aggression completely unchecked, and the stone throwers and the priests able to do quite a lot of damage to his eco, which has now resulted in this place. I mean, I feel like Logan probably could be ahead more villages than he is, but it is a 20 vil advantage more or less, a little bit less I guess. The Chariot Archers are building up. Bronze Shield does help out quite a lot here, but with this number of Chariot Archers, it's going to be difficult. We've still not clicked up to the Iron Age. Logan's just deciding he's happy to just continue the Chariot Archer spam. TC going up on the gold in the centre here. It's always nice to claim that. As Egyptian, you arguably don't even really need the gold that much, but it's good to just like take the gold out of the map. As obviously the only real gold you're spending is on the odd priest and stone thrower, but the unit of choice is going to be the chariots, which are just food and wood. Yeah, that's the thing. Like chariot archers only actually have 4 damage, so they're only doing 3 with to the hoppy with the bronze shield, so it do take a little while to wear them down, but there you go. KD is deceptive. Yeah, I guess you could argue that because like the Greek hoplites are so cheap that each of these kills is not that big value. Well, like 27 of those kills you can see are the villagers. How many conversions? I'll just watch this fight. Oh, stone throw a little bit lazy with that. Well, no, not lazy, but sloppy. Try and have a quick look, see if we can see conversions. Maybe society. Is it military? Conversions. Okay, 26 conversions. Desertions. I don't know what desertion is. Is that just if you delete the unit, maybe? Maybe that's what desertions are. Yeah, 26 conversions. I don't know if that shows up in KD. I don't know if there's a separate stat for that. Yeah, that gold there has run out now. So he needs to try and get control of this. Could try and maybe drop a couple of towers. He does go for the tower now. I think I would prefer to see that tower like maybe here, but maybe just thought that was a little bit too much of a risk. Trying to run distraction with the hoplites at the moment. Doing a decent job of avoiding damage. Box formation, very nice. Iron Age finally does come in for Logan. Ballistics, very nice choice for first upgrade. And alchemy would be quite nice after. Craftsmanship as well for the extra range, as well as the obviously wood gathering. A few more priests going to try and get some conversions. There we go. 2 already. 3, 4. So that's up to 30 conversions now. And now we're back down to literally only 1 hoplite left. And GG's called. And I think that's felt pretty inevitable for some time now. Unfortunately for KT. And yeah, we'll go back again. But it's just like Logan had all the time in the world to just build this forward. And Katie went for the extra TC. Did get the early villager lead with it, but it just a bit too slow just trying to build the units. And then within a couple of minutes he'd already lost the front of his base. And you can see, like, from this point, just like the single hoplite just went around executing villagers. Which lost KT the Vill lead, and at that point he was always just trying to mass up the hoppies, but losing to conversions, losing them to damage from Logan's own converted hoplites. And then yeah, in the end it was just a slow war of attrition that Logan felt like he was always going to inevitably win. And they'll take us to game 4. And we'll see if Katie can pull out a game in this series, or if it is just going to be a 4-0. As I restart Capture Age, because it does the sound bug again. He does still have Latvia, that's true. So we have, what do we see there? We saw Egyptians beat out the Greeks. The last map is going to be Gold Mountain, which is very nice for the Latvia. So almost definitely we'll be seeing that there. Yeah, Syrians are not a very good civ at the moment, I would say. I think Latvia, on Gold Mountain, I think probably, maybe Logan just goes, saying that's all the water maps left still. So Syrians probably is going to be the pick for Logan here, assuming it is Gold Mountain. I feel like all these civs are going to be for these 3 maps, because the 3 water maps did get chosen. Well, I guess sort of 2 water maps and a hybrid map. I guess Medi's kind of hybrid as well, but it feels like a lot of the time water is the deciding factor. But yeah, I feel like Assyrians probably and Latvia, unless maybe Logan's just feeling confident that he can finish this off, so maybe then he does go like Yamato or Hittite for Gold Mountain here, possibly. And Gold Mountain is the selected map in the lobby. Well, that's the thing, was like the draft from Katie, like he got, I just don't understand why Karth was picked here. I'm a little bit surprised Logan picked Hittite first. I would have much rather see the Minoans here, possibly, because I think Hittite, I mean, I guess Hittite is still, I don't know, it feels like you have to get to the Bronze Age of Hittite now for them to be powerful. So they can still be powerful on like Citadel and stuff, but they're much weaker on the tool in the Tool Age now than they used to be, just because of the slinger buffs and nerfs to the Hittite scout ships and water maps. Yeah, they only get the +1 range now though, so I feel like Minnows is just better on pretty much every water map. But the thing was, just to go back what my actual point was, it was Hittite Shang with the hidden civs, then Logan picked Yamato, and then it feels like Latvia Minoans would have just been a slam dunk for KT. Like, I don't understand why Karth was picked over Minoans, and then that just gave Logan the chance to pick Minoans himself. I feel like the game might have started by now though, actually, so I'll just take AOE2 Rex again. Because for some reason it just doesn't update anymore, really annoyingly. And we do have the game already going, so I'll just get us in. And it is going to be Latvia versus Assyrian. So Logan just holding his other civs back for the water maps. And I mean, the way the series is going though, I guess you could probably argue Logan's still got a good chance of still pulling this out. But Latvia have a huge advantage on this map from just the amount of extra berries. I mean, you can already see there's 2 berries side by side right next to KT's base. And you could just you could just see the amount of berries on the screen there. And he's going to find his early elephants as well. But like as soon as he tries to build a granary on that, he's going to see these other berries as well. And the Assyrians, their only real bonus is the fast-moving vills. The archery rate, the faster firing archery range has been nerfed to only being 11% in the tool age. And Slinger's just so strong now that you can still just play Slingers like that, and it makes the Assyrian bows basically useless. Yeah, Assyrians were over-nerfed, 100%. Like I said, I feel like the bonus should just be a flat 25% for all ages for Assyrians. I think 33% was a little bit too much, and I think 25% is fine. No, I just don't. I feel like 25% on a unit only does 3 damage in the first stage. You don't need to scale it. There's no need to scale it. Like the amount of the actual percentage damage increase if you only have a 15% attack speed bonus on a 3 damage unit, it's just like nothing. It shouldn't scale. It should just be a flat amount, in my opinion. Again, KT maybe killing a few too many. Like this elephant maybe didn't need to die. Yeah, I guess you guys are just discussing the last patch in the chat. But yeah, Slingers are very strong against bowmen now. They got an extra bonus damage against the bows as well. And like Unrestricted saying, they got 3 pierce armor until, so the Hittite bonus is nullified. But anyway, the main point of this, we already see barracks forward. 19 vills up as well. So KT going for the all-in hit, and as we were discussing, he does have the much stronger civ hit. So actually, axes into slings, I think, would be absolutely deadly hit. And unfortunately, sending that first clubber in the wrong direction. That's the thing about Golden Mountain. It's like we can see that they're basically opposite, but you can get spawns where, like, Logan could spawn like here, or here, or like here. Like it's like really, really random. Which unfortunately this, I mean, saying that, Logan, oh no, he's in second age. I thought that was the progression bar there. I got really confused for a second there. Archer range coming out now. So unfortunately these axes aren't really going to get the damage. But like I said, I feel like if you maybe get to 4 or 5 axes and then just switch to slingers, that's all KT really needs to do here. Archers are coming out now, so slingers would definitely be the play. Yeah, first bow does pop out, and unfortunately the axe is only just getting in now. So they probably aren't really going to be able to do much. Maybe kills this first bow actually. Okay, that's not too bad. But ideally these axes would want to be trying to get villager kills. But he just missed. And Slinger is the switch now. Bows, I don't like that. I feel like that's unnecessary. Like I get your Latvia, but like the +2 armor, it's not going to do anything against the Assyrian bowman. Bowman into bowman, you're just giving Assyrian an advantage, even if it is only 11%. Walls are actually going to go up now. He can fight his way through the houses. There's a lot of houses in the wall. This archer range is a mistake in my opinion though from KT, so I'm a little bit sad to see that. I think just all-inning on the slingers here was the way to go. And it's like, if at that point Logan swaps back onto AXA, because he's not even got AXA himself, he just built a couple of clubbers. So it would require a little bit of time for Logan to tech into AXA to stop the Slinger. And it's only 2 now, 3. I guess he's stopped bow production. But again, this to me, that's a wasted 150 wood and about another 60, I guess 120 resources on the archers combined. So one bow on very low health is going to be quite useful, just getting some scouting information in. Stone mining coming in. There we go. That's where the resources should have been going. And woodworking coming in for Logan as well now. And the Lakviat, oh, we did. There we go. He sees the other berries. So it's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe he could have built that granary in the center there and then got double value from that. This one bow getting pretty nice value from just being able to explore. With the high ground though, how many slingers is this here? It's got 5. But the high ground will make this a little bit difficult. Stone mining is in, but so is woodworking. Looks like Katie's just trying to pull him off the hilltop. Maybe go for the fight then. Logan playing smart though, just hugging the ridge there. Slinger on top. That's the advantage behind the barracks built on the high ground there. Another barracks forward here. I mean, that would have been... I would have much preferred if this archery range was another barracks. And set watchtower. But again, if KT just sticks to the Slinger, watchtowers aren't going to do anything. If you can pick a couple of villages here, this will be pretty big though. I mean, that is where the bows are used. I was saying that stone mining is in, so the slingers do same damage. And you can just break through this wall here, and KT will be in. Come on, KT. He's just trying to snipe villagers, but I think he just needs to break in. He's going to get walled out again now. I think he wanted a bit too much there. Like you could see, he was trying to kill the villagers and stop the tower from going up. The tower goes up. Archery range prevents. Well, the wall's still on really low health, so it could go down. But slingers obviously can still break through walls reasonably effectively. Yes, he's good point. Yeti. Archers are in. Tower's going to be way too slow. And there isn't a barracks at home, but this one tower is going to do a fairly good job of keeping defended, as long as he doesn't just throw away villagers. Let's go back to the front action here, though. Looks like he's distracted, and KT's just, should have pulled the slingers back. They're just hitting buildings as Logan tries to pick a few off. Does he have the archer armor upgraded? He doesn't. This is a disaster now, a little bit. I mean, he's still on the berries. He's doing the long haul. This is again where that granary being up would have been quite nice. I mean, okay, he's got a second one. It's a little bit sad to see, but I mean, KT with the slinger numbers still, and these bows not getting that much done really. I guess they got a few villager kills, see about 4 there. Yeah, you can see in total 4. Slingers, where are these slingers shooting? Okay, they're shooting the wall. He can just probably push in here. He's got enough slingers to do this. Like, obviously, you only take 2 damage from the towers as well, so he can just push. And yeah, these bows are a bit of a nuisance, but arguably the slingers have a little bit more pressure. Probably don't want to put him right in this, like you can see this zone here where he can get hit by both towers. He should pick a direction to go in. Yeah, he stood in a position where he can get hit by both towers here. He literally just needs to move a little bit further in one direction. Or just move over here. That works too. Villager count is even. Scouts do actually come out though. Where is the scouts here? I think this is enough slingers for the time being that scouts aren't really an issue though. Especially when stone mining is already in. Why is he making bows? You don't need bows! Stop making bows, KT! Bows aren't going to help you here. Oh, blimey. Oh well, yeah. Why? Yeah, that's a good point. Why horse archer? Horse armor? The cavalry armor. City Watch coming in. I mean, I like the KT's getting the City Watch, but it just makes me laugh. Like, what does he really need City Watch for at this point? One archer. I mean, we just attack this, don't we? With this many villagers instead of abandoning the whole thing. I don't know. I guess KT's sort of having his attention thrown all over the place, and maybe that's making him make slight suboptimal. Does he not see those villagers? He's got to see this, right? KT just like, oh, I feel like KT has such a good position here, and he's just, I guess he's just like focusing or trying to focus in all different places, and just, oh yeah, this one scout, it doesn't even at all work it in. It's killed. Oh, it's killed like, oh man. I guess it's the tower that's technically killed them all. It feels like KT, if he watches this one back, I mean, I think he's still in a good position. He's behind 3 vills now, though. Does get control back over his base. I mean, yeah, you can see he's still got the military numbers, but he's just kind of sitting in this choke, taking damage. He's going to get in again. Another wave of bows goes out. I don't know how he got away. I don't know how Logan's got away with that. I mean, KT literally sees the granary. Storage pit going up forward. What's happening, KT? He's just sat in the choke. Oh, he's just 5 archers, man. He's building archers into the... Like, I could understand if he was adding a few axes, because he's seeing the scouts, but why are we building bows? What are the bows doing here that the slingers can't do? I'm confused, boys and girls. I mean, he's still pressing in, but like, the bow's just going to get melted by the towers. Like I said, slingers have the 3 pierce armor, so somewhat resistant. Again, he could just be stood in a zone like here. Obviously, I mean, you can turn it on as a setting, right, where you can see the range of the towers. So he could just be sat in this area here where he's only being hit by 1 tower. Bows are back in, but tower is up, like I said before. And KT, man, come on! Just send. Okay, he sees it. He finally sees it. But we're hitting the wall. We're hitting the house. Oh my god. KT, brother. What are we doing here? I mean, this house goes to this area here. I'm a little bit in disbelief here. I mean, he's gathered all the berries. So, like, at this point, it's like, yeah, he does lose all the villagers. I mean, this is still good from KT. Like, I'm maybe making it out that KT's doing worse than it. He's still in a good position. I just feel like he probably could have already beaten this game out at this point. Another tower coming in. Maybe that would have been nice to try and get that on the high ground, but he just wants to secure his base, so I guess that makes sense. There is a little bit gap in the wall there. House tries to go up there. And the villager massacre to take place. So 25 villager kills for KT, and now he is ahead 6 vills. So like I said, KT, he's still in a very nice position as the walls do go up. Just... Oh, it's double archery range. I don't get it. It's going to lose a couple of units here, but shit. Like, again, I feel like a couple of axes adding in would have been completely fine with that. Bows, not so sure. Does have the tool working in as well now, and Logan is actually just going to sweep all of this up. And unfortunately, I think this might be the beginning of the end of KT. Yeah, well, like I said, Chins, he'd already taken all the berries there. And why are these here? So this is just going to completely even up the vill count. I'm only so annoyed because I really wanted KT to win a game and bring it back. I was really rooting for KT in this game, and he set himself up so well. He did the first axes, and maybe a little, yeah. I mean, he still got some decent trades with the axes, and then went to slings, and then as soon as this archery range came up, that's just like when things started going wrong. There was a little bit of a counter attack, which, to be fair, KT didn't panic too much. Just moved his eco over here, and then for some reason put a storage pit here. Like, I could maybe if you storage pit like where this granary is, that would have made some sense. I don't get this. And then just a second archery range, adding more, but I'm still going bows, man. There's scouts on the field, Assyrian bowman, and he's still making bows. It doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, we're at minute 30, we're still full tool war. Logan finally building up the amount of food to maybe go to Bronze Age. Yeah, Logan's going to be up soon. And KT is just going to be floundering now. Like, these bows are just pointless and the scouts are going to clean up. He's finally added in a couple of axes, but it's just way too late. Like, the slinger and axer mix, I think that could have worked. And there we go, 0 military, Bronze Age coming in. And now, like I said, beginning of the end, unfortunately, for KT. And, yeah, he's 5 vills down as well now. Woodworking only just coming in after making about 15 bows that basically did no damage. Oh, I'm just disappointed. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I'll just leave it as that. Sheeny's already saying at the team games. He's calling it. It's GG, boys and girls. Get the team game ready. Get the boys in the lobby. Excuse me. Well, I don't know. It's just. I think it was just like those, just not spotting this, and maybe his attention. Yeah, maybe you can argue that, like, the bowman caused that distraction that made him miss all the stuff, and there was a thing where he was just like sat here, or somewhere around here. I think the buildings have changed here now with all the archer rangers. We had some slingers sort of just sat here hitting buildings, and Logan was just picking off slingers for free. I mean, KT is like fully walled now, so it is going to take Logan a little while to get in. But all this really takes is maybe just a couple of cavalry units to just mop up this forward here, and then just like a forward siege workshop, and there we go, as I say it. Yeah, and in fact here they come with cavalry as well. So yeah, I sort of know what I'm talking about. Might not be that good at playing the game, but I'm alright at I think I'm okay at casting, I like to think. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying it. Is there a... Oh, I just deleted the wall, okay. So, storage pit on the stone. And... yeah, it's just camping there. The forward siege workshop coming up. Wheelbarrow coming in. No, not wheelbarrow, it's just Wheelbarrow's Age of Empires 2, John. Or Ivan. John's my real name. Hello. I'm just feeling a little bit deflated now. I thought KT was going to bring it back. It was going to be the reverse sweep. Wasn't to be, boys and girls. I mean, he's not dead yet. Technically. Does hit Bronze Age. Just like, yeah, full troll. I mean, he could do, to be honest. He's not really got much space to boom in. He has fit in the 3 TECs though. He really squeezed him in there. Could maybe try and expand his base a little bit. I don't know how much he sees of outside here. I does see here, so he could like wall here and here maybe if he wanted to try and expand. But yeah, just tool units still being pumped, just going to be mopped up by the cavalry and early chariot archers. First stone throw is already out, but I think Logan's just trying to get full control over this zone of the map so that he doesn't have to deal with any silliness from KT. Not sure what these guys are doing. Must have mined some gold and now they're trying to take it home again. Yep, 13 gold on board. They're just chilling. Storage pit knows go up. Was it from here? No, those still all have their gold on it. Must have been a different pit. But yeah, I mean, I think the writing is on the wall. Like I said, technically KT's still in the game. He is fully walled. He is Bronze Age, but he is also down 20 vils now. He's lost all the control of his forward. He's still trying to build units from here, which, like, I kind of get that that's where your military buildings are, but you've got to think that just any units built here are just sort of going to get dealt with pretty easy. And stone throwers now pushing forward, and also on the high ground as well. Going to make even quicker work. Probably just move the chariots archers forward. I don't think he had an artisan ship yet. No, he does actually. So in fact, Logan has all the upgrades he needs. And yeah, obviously Assyrian attack bonus at 22% now. Much more powerful in the Bronze Age. And the Lakviat again, their bonus of extra armor, melee armor, does nothing in their archer v archer matchup. Maybe just move these dudes a little bit more in so he can squeeze those in. Okay. So working that out. I mean, he's managed to get a decent number of chariots, but I think a lot of them are just sort of spread out over the map, so they're not really being effective. Yeah, there's only 4 at home here. Stone throwers getting involved, doing a bit of damage there as well. And sadly, KT gave us hope of a potential comeback in the series, but I think this is going to be sadly a 4-0 for Logan, who has just played, I don't know, it's just sort of, nothing too flashy, just slow and steady, just solid gameplay. Just regular chariots coming in, but not going to. Well, just managed to take down 1 stone fry. Why is this guy creeping forward? A little bit weird. So you're going to lose that stone throw as well. And then GG gets called. And that's 4-0 for Logan, who advances to the top 16. GZ Galata next from KT. So he's at least sporting in the end. But yeah, like I said, I feel like KT probably should have won this game. He would like really set himself up with a good position in the game, and then got himself a bit distracted with his when he built this archery range. Slowed down his own push. Could have just like added an extra barracks, gone full slinger, and like Logan just about managed to get onto those scouts. And when the scout numbers came in, maybe just add in a few axes for KT, because he already had all the axa upgrades from his initial push. So all he had to do was click axa a few times, and that would have been fine. But yeah, I don't get the archery ranges. Like, again, I know you lack Fiat, so you think you want to build archers, but when you're against another archer save, you just play slinger. Just lack Fiat. You get the faster creation time. It's just the way to go. Then Logan with that sort of small counter attack, got a few kills in. Didn't do too much damage though. But then just yeah, when those scout and bowman mass, I think there was like a fight was sort of around here, just cleared up all the slingers and bows from KT. Logan got to the Bronze Age, and at that point, game was basically done. And yeah, I have no idea what this storage pit here was. No idea. A little bit of a disrespectful storage pit there. But, okay. So, I guess, thank you guys for watching. And let's have a look at the... What you didn't know, you got to be trolling. You've got to know that Syrians don't have slingers. There's no way. I don't believe that for 1 second. But GG's regardless. I think KT, I don't know, this building here, you should just avoid, going into Bowman was your undoing there. Show statistics. What do you want to see, brother? I mean, KDA, Logan just sort of swept up in the late game there, so that's these stats a little bit skewed by the end game, and they're quite a lot of eco ahead in the end, but that was just because Logan just like boomed off as soon as he hit bronze. But yeah, like not to beat up on you too much, but like the sling transition was really good. There's this point here, yeah, you could have just like broken in through the wall. Like you could literally just walk in as soon as you kill this house. Was it here? Oh no, maybe it's a little bit after. Oh yeah, because you do this fight and you win that, and then you come down here, you destroy this house, and you kill this villager here, and it's like you could just work your way in, but you tried to like focus down these villagers instead. You could have literally just got in. Like I think you're just trying to stop this tower going up, but slingers like resist most of the damage from the tower. And like I said, the addition of the bows, you don't need to play bows into Assyrians. Just stick with the slinger. But anyway, we'll go. What I wanted to show was the brackets, just to finish off with for everyone. And spoilers, I guess, for the Genie Jesse game, because I don't actually know how that ended, but we'll see. So it was Genie 4 won in the end. So Genie goes on to advance to play Vertex. So good luck there, Genie. And where are we? Logan will go on to advance to play against Kyo. Will be his opponent in the round of 16. Where is Jesse? I don't know. Yeah, they're quite nice games, KT. I think a lot of them, Logan just had like a slight edge on you. In the Citadel's game, I think going for the second TC was a little bit greedy, maybe. Didn't really have enough units to deal with his initial push. But I don't saying that as the Greeks, it's like really hard to deal with those units with like the combination of priest and siege. Like I said, the ideal unit to deal with both of those is the chariot, but you just don't get that as the Greeks. So you want me to come and play? I guess I could play a game or two. I might turn off the stream though. I don't know. I'm not sure that many people are interested in watching me play because I'm not actually very good at the game. But we'll have a look, see if anyone else is streaming. Maybe I can pass the torch. probably only play like one game though, because I'm like pretty tired myself actually. But I'll play it. I'll throw it down. For apologise in advance for whoever's team I'm on. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with. It's unranked. Okay. Is it the same lobby link before, Genie? Let me just unranked. I'm just thinking, are people even interested in watching me play? I don't even know. I feel like people come to watch me cast, not play. But I'm only going to play like one game, so I'll leave this stream up. I'll leave the stream up for this one last game. But if people aren't interested in watching me play, that's fine. Thanks for coming to watch the cast. I'll play one last game before closing out for the night.